How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another video in the new series on this channel, guys. As you know, we created My Pokemon Region, which is a series, for those who do not know, so I'm going to explain it right now. This is a series where we essentially make our own Pokemon region. It's a pretty big series. It's going to take a long time to create this, but I'm hoping you guys are going to enjoy it, and please join us for this. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are going to like it, but let's just talk a bit about this actual series real quick. So you guys have been submitting a lot of things, a lot of artwork, a lot of ideas. I want to point out a few things right now. If you guys are going to be submitting artwork, do it to this email. If you have any sprite ideas, if you created a sprite, and please only send original work. Do not send any work that you've taken from the internet. I will not accept it. Only send me work that you have created yourself. But other than that, I also want to point out, please only leave IDs down in the comment section and don't send me IDs on the email because it gets too clogged up with too many people sending their IDs. So please just leave your IDs down in the comment section. That's the best spot for me to see them. So they're always there and I can always check them out. That's the best way for me to actually see your own IDs for this region and what you think would be cool to have in it. But either way, today we're going to be doing a lot of different things. So here's the thing set up for today's actual episode. So first we're going to discuss the team name and the evil team in this region, as well as the town name from the last episode that you guys know, the starting town. And you guys made some names and I decided to pick one, and it's a pretty cool name and I like it. But then we're also going to introduce the region's characters, so the main characters you're going to play as and your rival. Also, we're going to introduce the starter Pokemon for this region. Now we're going to have Gen 7 starters and Fakemon starters, so just so you guys understand that, I want to point it out. Now I'm also going to show you the first route in this region. It's going to be Route 1 or the forest, quote unquote, which you guys will be able to vote for names or leave comments down below telling me what a good name for this forest will be. And also then we're going to do the story and show a bit of map progress. That's the general idea for this episode. I hope you're all ready. Now let's get started right away. So first up is going to be our evil team, and we decided to pick a name from the comments. I want to thank you all for submitting your names. There were a lot of comments, about 1,000 comments suggesting different things for this game or the series in this region. So the one we chose here is going to be HV Doodle's little name called Team Dynasty. Now I want to read through what he actually has to say here. So he says, firstly, I think that evil team names should be Team Dynasty. The reason is monarchy and rulers have large part in Europe's history, so this would be a fitting name. Another thing I thought would be cool was naming the admins leaders after chess pieces, as that is the game of war. So you could have Team Dynasty Leader King, Team Dynasty Admin Queen, Team Dynasty Admin Knight, and Team Dynasty Admin Rook, and Team Dynasty Admin Bishop. Some random thoughts could be that the leader is actually quite weak, just like the king in real chess, but he has a secret weapon or a secret that makes them follow him. And also, maybe instead of grunts, you could have pawns. Now, I really love this idea, and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen, and I'm gonna go with this idea. So that's why we chose this name, and we're gonna run this concept for our evil team. So here's the evil background story. Let's get right into it. Out of the ashes of a former evil team, this new team under the name of Dynasty has risen and already seized control of half the region of Rowan. As the protagonist of this story, you have a choice. Do you go on a normal journey, or do you go and join Team Dynasty to get through the ranks and all the way up to meet the leader of the team? Team Dynasty has had a huge impact on the region and has started to take control of more cities and areas in the region itself day by day. Soon, full control will be in their grasp, so you have to make the choice of how you want to interfere or how you want to infiltrate this evil corporation. So that's going to be the basic idea. You guys could be able to choose. Do you want to actually go on a normal journey and not think too much about the evil team and just kind of beat them along the way? Or if you guys think, this is going to be a choice in the game itself once we actually start creating a game out of this, or once we, if we do that. But that's going to be the basic region ID. So you as a protagonist will be able to either join the team and infiltrate them and get through the ranks all the way to the top to meet the leader and then take him on. But along the way, you'll still be able to do your Pokemon journey. It'll just be a bit different. You have to do a few illegal things, like you have to steal people's Pokemon and whatnot, but that's going to be the idea for that side. And then you have a normal journey where you just do your normal Pokemon stuff. You beat the gyms, you go through the story normally, and then eventually you meet the team like members and whatnot over the course of time. But of course, if you do infiltrate them, that doesn't mean your normal journey will stop. You'll still be able to go to the gyms, you'll be still able to do the normal things, but you'll be having to do a few extra things on the sideline, like side questing. But then again, that's just an idea, so don't take me too seriously on this sort of stuff, guys. But that's the basic team name. So that's going to be the team of this region, guys. But now we're going to talk about our hometown, which you guys got to choose the name for. So let's get started with this one. So here we go. The first thing we got here is going to be the name and also who created it. So the creator is FR4T So I don't know if that's Fortelli, I don't know how to say it, man, I'm sorry. But he said maybe Neutravia for the starter village. I'm from Germany, and this name is a mixture of new, and tra for travel, and the ia is only for the beauty. So that is basically a mixture of German things, because remember, we are starting in Germany. Our region is based on Europe, and the starting town is in the German region, or like in the area based on Germany in our actual, Europe region, quote unquote. So it's a cool name. I thought it was really nice. I thought, you know what, let's take this. It's a mixture of all these things, and it's really cool. So that's the name of our town. So I want to thank you so much for voting for that. All of you guys for giving me IDs and whatnot down. They're not voting actually, but you guys giving me a bunch of IDs down in the comment section, a bunch of name suggestions. I love that. Thank you so much. But now we're going to go over to something even bigger, the region characters. So now, introducing the region characters, we have ourselves some amazing stuff. And now the viewers asked for both female and male characters, so I thought this is going to be amazing. And here we have ourselves the creations by Lightsword, and this thing is amazing, guys. We have a male and a female character you can choose between, and of course we have our rival here with red hair. Now these were all created, like I said, by the amazing The Lightsword, who has created some great sprite work for this region and for the series. I want to thank this individual so much. The Lightsword, thank you so much for creating this. Their link will be down to their YouTube channel, will be down in the description, guys. Go check them out. Such a good person. Amazing sprite artist. So I want to thank you so much for that. And basically, these are the characters you're going to be able to choose between, the male and the female character. And also the rival will join you along the journey. The rival will essentially be a old friend of yours that's been in this area, but he's been gone for a year or two now, and he's come back, and he's changed a bit, but we'll get more into that story in the future. Either way, for now, that's it for the region characters. I want to thank so much Lightsword again for making these. These are amazing. Thank you so much. Now let's go over to the starter Pokemon. Okay, so next we have ourselves the starter Pokemon of our region, and on the screen you can see them right now. These are amazing. Now the first creation is by the Mine Emerald, who created a grass starter type, which just looks so amazing, and I love it. It's a little wolf type, or a little like pug, or what, not pug, but more like a little dog, quote unquote, that is a grass type, which is really cool. We've never seen that before. When you think about it, you don't really see these sort of things, and I love that we have this as a thing in our region, and I love it so much. But that's going to be the first thing here, the grass starter. Then we have Lightsword, who also created the starter for this, some starters for this region, including the region characters. So this is amazing. Again, like I said, check Lightsword out. There's going to be a link down below for both these people, the Mine Emerald and the Lightsword. So guys, do check them out. But here we got ourselves a water starter based on a shark. A freaking shark starter, guys. It is so cool. I love this design. It's actually amazing. And then finally, we have the Lightsword also creating our fire starter, which is a frog. A frog fire type. It's so unique and so different, and I freaking love it. Now, you gotta remember, guys, these are, Fakemon, but we're also gonna have Gen 7 starters. So, we're gonna have Rowlet, we're gonna have Poplio, and Litten. These are also gonna be choices you can make. But I want to know, what do you guys think we should call these starters? What should be the names for the grass, water, and fire starter? I want you guys to leave me suggestions down in the comment section. What should these starters be called? So please let me know down below, guys. I'd love to know what you guys think would be a cool names for these. Now let's go over to the next thing on the list. Now, next up, guys, we have ourselves the first route in this game, or this region, whatever you want to call it. Basically, this is the first place you'll come to after you leave your village if you go up north. Now, this is going to be our first forest, and I want to know, guys, from your suggestions, what do you think this forest should be called? If you have any name suggestions for the forest, please let me know down in the comments down below. But also, I want to ask you guys for a few things. Now, as you can see, this forest took a long time to make, and so I want to ask you guys, what could be something interesting that these characters in the forest are going to have? So we have 3 bug catchers in the forest, and now how we're going to decide what Pokemon they have is pretty interesting. On the screen right now, you guys know how the voting system works on YouTube. Up in the corner there, you guys can choose, and you can see on the screen right now. Now what you can choose between, basically, and I'm going to explain this, is you can choose and vote for which Pokemon should be in this forest. So, these Pokemon are going to be given to the different trainers. So, for example, we take the first bug catcher that you see on the forest, the first guy you meet. Basically, we'll give him one of these Pokemon that you guys choose between, and maybe the other one, the one with the lesser vote. So, basically, this way, okay? We have Gen 1 and Gen 2 as one vote. So, you can vote if you want to have Gen 1 and Gen 2, basically forest Pokemon, something like Weedle, Caterpie, and then, Sentret, and that sort of stuff, in one mix basically given to one of these not one, but basically the whole forest. So we'll give, you know, Sentret maybe to one of these trainers, and then we'd give, you know, Caterpie to another one, and maybe a Metapod to another one. So that's how we would mix that up. Or if you vote for the last option, which is the Fakemon option, then maybe we'll give them Fakemon mixed with, you know, maybe Gen 7 and whatnot. So we'll just mix it up, guys. That's what I'm thinking. Mix it up. And maybe, you know, whichever one you vote for. So on the screen right now, you can go up there in the top right corner and press that and vote which Pokemon should be in this forest. Which Pokemon from which generation. So either anything between Gen 1 to Gen 7 and Fakemon. So you guys can choose down there. Please do. I'd love to see how many votes we can get on this, guys. Last vote we got 1,700 votes. So thank you so much for that, guys. You guys all voted for Fakemons, and that's why we have Fakemon starters alongside Gen 7 starters. So thank you for that. But either way, that's going to be it for that. Now let's go over to the next thing on the list. Now, next up, we have ourselves the stories. So now, let's get down to the new story of the region, guys. So now with the rise of the new team dynasty, we all fear will come next, as this team has been trying to revive some sort of creature of the past. Legends that were left to never return again. The team has already taken control of half the region, and the political power structure setup they've made is insane. So what are we supposed to do? You as a trainer from Notravia are going to start your journey today. You have for a long time waited for this day. Your parents both went missing during the last great Pokemon War, and you lived by yourself with the help and the support of your local town professor, who took care of you until you got old enough to go out on a journey of your own, to build your own path alongside Pokemon. Here your journey begins as a trainer, or a trainer, of the Rowan region. So that's basically the story we have, guys. You are going to be basically going out in this world to explore it. You have yourself, you're alongside, you know, your team of Pokemon, and you're going to explore this giant region with about 16 gyms is the plan we're going to make. But of course, the gyms, we're going to talk about that in the future, not today. Each episode we do, you know, when we make a new area and a new city and we have a gym in it, with them we're going to, you know, talk about that sort of stuff. But either way, let's get back to the actual point here. So, you guys are going to be going on this giant journey as a freaking Pokemon trainer. It's going to be insane. You are going to try to figure out what happened to your parents and why none of them exist anymore, why you can't, you know, your mother's, or both your mother and your father have been basically told to you that they've been dead. They, you know, people have told you that they died in the Great War, but you feel like that is not true. You feel like there's something behind that. You think that there might be something more to this, that they are not dead, that they're still alive somehow. But then again, that is only speculation. That's only the ideas I've got so far, guys. But that's going to be the story part of this episode, guys. So now let's go over to the map progress. So as you guys can see, there is not much change since last time, but I need to, you know, point out that we've been building out this new route, so you can see the new lineup there. That's basically the forest route, but we also have a few other things I want to point out, and that's going to be that next episode we'll be creating two things: a full new route alongside, also, I'm just saying, alongside a full city with a gym in it. So next episode is going to be huge, guys. So I want to just point that out to you, tell you all about it. But as you can see, there's not much happening on the map. We're going to be making more of that, you know, over time. There's going to be more there actually happening, but not much has happened. No changes at all, basically. So let's go over to the last part of the video, guys. So now we're about to hit the end of this episode, guys, and I wanted to thank you all so much for submitting your ideas and artwork to me. I've not been able to use all the stuff you sent me, but I will feature as much as I can on the screen right now. And I also want to say, please feel free to send me more artwork on this email here instead, guys. They'll be really appreciated. They'll really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. And also, if you have any ideas, then please leave your ideas down in the comments down below, and don't email them to me because it gets impossible to go through so many emails. So please just leave your series ideas or ideas for the region down in the comments. Don't email them to me. Just leave them in the comments below. But if you have artwork and sprite work and creations that you've made yourself, then feel free to send them this email on the screen right here, RuffledRowlit@gmail.com. Feel free to send them there, but do not send me any ideas. Ideas can be left down in the comment section because when I get emails, it's too much cluster and it's impossible to get through them. So just leave them down in the comments because it's easiest there for me to actually read through them. But I also want to thank you all, guys, so much for sending me the artwork. You guys are actually amazing. Thank you for the fan art as well as the artwork for the series. I'm going to be taking a look at more of it over time, but of course, I can't, you know, feature everything in this video, and I can't feature everything in the region, but I want to thank you all for submitting your artwork. Feel free to send even more. I'm always going to feature the artwork you guys send to me, and I'm going to try to get through all of it, but there's so much this time. It was the first time I'm trying to do something like this, and it was huge. So I want to thank you all. But like I said, if you want to send your own artwork, your drawings, your basically Pokemon for this region, your trainers for this region that you've drawn yourself, and also things like sprites, tiles, and all that stuff, feel free to send them down below. I'd love to see what you guys can do. And also, if you're a sprite artist and you want to help me out with this, then feel free to contact me through that email. It'll be really appreciated. But overall, I want to thank you all so much for that, guys. You're all amazing. So I just want to say thank you for the support in the last video. We hit 1,000 likes and 17,000 views and also 1,000 comments. I want to thank you all so much for the support, guys. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to even hit close to that on this episode. Not even 100 likes, I'm not sure. But I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. Pokemon trainers, bye-bye.